huge favorite little keto goofball diamond. And today is 5 years and 32 days of my ketogenic journey. I'm going to share everything that's happened over the weekend, kind of touch base with you, because while I did quick updates, I didn't really concentrate on anything because work, tiring, long. Anyway, you guys, like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell if you want to hear me rant, rave, and misbehave every single day. Almost. Except for when I'm extremely uber tired. Anyway, we're going to get into it. Tell you all about it. Plus, so much more. A lot's happened today. So, are you ready for your daily dose of sparkling insanity? It's time to rant, rave, and misbehave Keto Diamond style. So I know my cup looks kind of grody. I promise it's clean. It's just the stuff I'm using in it. But anyway, this coffee is the only thing I've had this morning. I have been awake since 9. It's almost 1, 10, 11, 12, 4 hours. And I am 17 hours fasted other than this coffee. Now, this is a pumpkin spice coffee with stevia and the good coconut milk, which only has coconut and water in it. So I thought I would test my ketones and my blood glucose to see if this coffee is benefiting me or no. So I'm prepped. My hands are clean. I've got everything laid out. My desk is clean. Got my Mojo, my pen, needle thingy here. And the blue ones are for ketones. The brown ones are for glucose. So let's see what it says. So glucose first, 97. That's a little high for somebody who does keto, who had a perfect keto day yesterday, who is 17 hours fasted. Although fasting, they claim, can raise glucose. I really need to look into that better. It's been a while since I've read anything on it. So fasting can cause glucose spikes, but we're going to have to see. But let's see what the ketones say. All right, ketones. 0.5. I am in nutritional ketosis. That's wonderful. So based on the fasting aspect of it, I'm not too concerned about the 97 blood glucose. 0.5 is optimal and amazing for me because I'm very rarely at 0.5 ever. Always just about 0.3 for some reason. So I'll definitely take 0.5. All right, you guys. So today has actually been a fantastic day. Very little in the way of complaints. Okay, one little kind of sort of complaint. My car ran hot. We'll get into that. Wasn't too bad. Fixed it, took care of it. No worries. But, I mean, you know, little worries. Because Mini Cooper I haven't had for very long. Could be a big worry. Better not be. I'll be very irritated. Y'all hear all about that, too. So, proud of myself on a couple little things. One, I handled the car situation all by myself, which wasn't that big of a deal. Plus, luckily, it happened right across the street from an AutoZone. Yay, almost clicked. I pulled it back, okay? Try to break those habits. Goodness. And then I threw away some things that I didn't need. I don't know why I keep certain things. You ever have things that are just there and you just kind of root past them to get what you need? Well, I had this little black case. I was keeping all my Keto Mojo supplies in. I had the old meter, which is no good for anything anymore. Doesn't work for anything anymore. Sorry about the slobber on me, Anthony. But it was a lot of old junk in there, in that bag, that I just kind of root through to grab the things I need. And I was like, why am I keeping this? And I just started chunking stuff in the trash. I had like 4 things left. I used a smaller thing and put the other thing in a donation pile. Like, I don't even need all of that room. I don't need something taking up that much space for things. I only have like 4 things in that bag that I even need or use. I don't know why I have all this stuff. And it's the same all around behind me. I mean, except for the couch and the blanket and the pillow that I'm going to use in a minute to watch TV on. a jacket and my work. Yeah, some of the stuff I use regularly, okay? But I've got a ton of stuff in here that I literally just push to the side trying to find a specific thing. And then I push it to this side to find something else. And like, why the hell do I keep relocating this junk I don't need and I don't use to get to the things I need and use? Sorry, it's actually been a pretty long day. Let me show you some of what happened today. Well, you guys, I just had an ultrasound done, an internal one and an external one. Quite comical, to be honest with you. Long story short, first of all, the reason I had to have the internal ultrasound done again, back in March, they tried to place an IUD. They had a hard time doing it, so they backed out, sent me to have an ultrasound done. Thought that maybe it was just scar tissue in there that was kind of blocking the path. Went back, got the IUD. I'm in my 40s. I don't want kids. I don't like a period. But I've still had one since I've got the IUD. And I was talking to my regular doctor. She's like, let's have the ultrasound redone. Take another look at it. Make sure it was indeed scar tissue. And there's nothing else in there we need to be worried about. And also make sure the IUD is placed properly, since my past IUDs have stopped my period and this one is not. So they told me to arrive with a full bladder. And I did. Oh boy, did I. Was like, God, I wonder if I can pee just a little bit. Just a little. Yeah, but you know how that works. If you let those floodgates open, it's going to flood. But anyway, I'm laying there. And luckily, the full bladder was for the purpose of an external ultrasound. The problem is they're pushing on my bladder. And I'm like, and I told the lady in advance, I was like, all right, look, here's the situation. You got a woman in her 40s with allergies, ragweed's high. If I sneeze, cough, or anything else, this probably ain't gonna go so well. She's like, I'll make it quick. And she did. To her credit, she most certainly made the topical one very, very quick. Oh, but it was comical, because I was thinking, if I breathe wrong, I'm gonna pee. And then she let me up to run to the bathroom before she done the internal, and I was like, thank heavens you didn't have to poke at that inside, because we would have had a puddle, okay? We would have had a smelly, funky puddle. She's like, oh, I would have never done that to you. I was like, thank God. But anyway, I am slightly concerned about things that happened during the ultrasound. Now, it could be completely normal. It's been many years, other than that last one I had, since I've had a lot of ultrasound kind of things done in there. But she hit some spots that were causing some severe cramping. And I don't know if it's just a spot they hit, or there's some reason that it hurt that shouldn't hurt. But it was like really bad cramps, and I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on in there? This don't feel right. Plus, it took a very long time, or it felt like it did. Let's see. I don't even know how long she was in there, but it felt like a long time. Maybe just because it's not a pleasant situation, but seemed longer than normal. And I don't know, it was uncomfortable. There were spots that she hit that really hurt, spots that caused cramps, and I'm just a little concerned about it. Now, of course, I'll have my results back in a couple days, and there may be absolutely no reason to worry. I'm just using you guys as my sounding board, because my husband will be curious as to the results, but he's not going to know all the stuff that I want to talk about. So, you know, yeah. So I'm going to head. I'll probably go find a Goodwill to stop by, realistically. But then I'm going to head home. And me and hubby's adventure, or whatever he plans for the day, will get started. I have to remember to put my new hiking shoes in a bag to bring with me, because I haven't put them in the car yet. I did, but I took them out. I don't know why. But then I was thinking I only have one pair, and I might need two pair, because we got two cars, and it just depends on where I put the damn shoes. For those of you who are new to me, my husband loves adventure. He loves to hike and climb and hike mountains and go to places. And I don't never have shoes with me, and I always forget, and I walk out that house in flip-flops or barefooted. It's just me. I don't mean to, but I do. And yeah, so I gotta get those shoes in a bag so I can remember them, and buy another pair just so I can just keep pairs in the car, put two other pairs of socks in there. Yeah. So as you can see, we're getting some gas, but it's a beautiful day. It really is. It was really, really hot earlier. It's now cooled off quite a bit. I made hubby get out of bed. I told him at the time I was 20 hours fasted, and I'm starving. So I want steak. But anyway, he's like, okay. And then my son's like, Mom, can you bring us some juice over for his vape? We went and bought him some. And you know how that is, kids and bills. But we stopped by there, and Athena jumped in my arms and says, Mama, you're here. And she wanted to go with us. But we wouldn't let her. It's getting kind of late in the evening. It's almost 7 o'clock. And her mom would just have to come get her in a couple hours. So, plus, we stopped by and saw Zach. He was down the road a little ways playing with his buddies. He gave me big hugs, and he wanted to go with us. Poor kid's got road rash, fell off a scooter at full speed earlier. He's okay, though, but yeah. And I saw Anthony this morning, got big hugs and kisses and stuff from him. So happy about that. It's a nice day so far. There'd be a moth hanging out on my dashboard. See how the Mini Cooper shaped? It's kind of weird. Now I'm relatively pleased to report I did get my test results back through email. I do have a small ovarian cyst on my left ovary. It's not really that big of a deal. And since it was the left side she was poking at that was extremely sensitive and caused cramps, I'm assuming she was poking at that. It was not pleasant, okay? Not pleasant at all. And then my IUD seems to be placed in a proper location. So, awesome. Should be working, hopefully. One thing I was kind of concerned about was that it might not be working. What if they put it in the wrong spot? Because, like I said, my other IUDs stopped my lady issues, and this one has not yet. Maybe it's going to take some time. I don't really know. Because it's been, a couple years since I had it removed. So maybe it's just like the first time around instead of like having one taken out and one put back in. We'll see. Because I'm tired of these little zit things. Ooh, irritation. Tired of lady issues entirely. I like being able to do what I want to and not have to buy stuff to plug things. By the way, you guys, you can always tell when you're watching the video of somebody who's a little bit older, not just because of the wrinkles and the sunny disposition, but you can hear the TV from the other room because at least one of the people who live in the house in the old people relationship is deaf, and that happens to be my husband. Don't worry, he couldn't hear me. I swear I go in there every night when he goes to sleep and just turn that sucker all the way down. You're deafening me. And if I go in there to lay down beside of him and he's still awake, like, I can't sleep. Yeah, sorry. I got up kind of early. This weekend, though, I had, like, no sleep. I'm telling you. I was even shocked when I looked at my FitnessPal, not my FitnessPal, my Fitbit app, and saw 2 hours and 50 minutes on Saturday night. I was like, well, that makes sense. Y'all, I made a mistake yesterday. Not a keto mistake. My keto was on fleek. In fact, I'm going to prove that in just a minute. My keto was great. Okay? My keto was great yesterday. It was great today because I worked really, really, really hard at it, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. But yesterday, I made a mistake. One of those mistakes you don't ever want to make when you're about to be on your feet for 12 hours. I wore the wrong shoes. I forgot. You ever had a pair of shoes? They're a new pair of shoes because you only wore them once or twice. And you don't really remember why you don't wear them very much. And your other shoes are kind of wore a little bit. And you're like, well, I'm just going to wear the new shoes that I never wear today. I forgot. I put those suckers away for a reason. Because they murder my feet. By 9 a.m. yesterday, I could literally feel a pulsing up from my heel all the way up into my calves that just burned like fire. Because for some reason, when whoever designed these damn shoes decided it needed a little lump in the heel. Maybe it's a little extra cushion or something, or supposed to be extra cushion. It is not extra cushion. Love you too. See, told you death. Somebody decided it needed extra cushion in the heel. It does not, in fact, need extra cushion in the heel. All that did was put something in my heel all damn day. Ooh. My brain was contemplating things. You have no idea. Leaving, that was one. Just saying, F this, I'm out. I can't do it. My feet hurt. Which is, my feet really doesn't hurt that bad at work. My shoes, the ones I normally wear, bare into my toes because I have fat feet. Wide, fat feet. I know about that too. But anyway, My feet don't generally actually hurt from being tired. My shoes rub or something and they irritate me somewhere. I've got a callus on the side of my toe where the steel toe just kind of rubs all day long. But this was brutal murder. I mean, I was like, okay, I'm gonna talk to my little PC. So come here, honey. I need to leave for about 30 minutes. I'll be right back. I swear. I'm gonna run over here to this Wally World and I'm gonna get me a pair of insoles and chunk them some bitches in the trash. I thought about it. I was like, no, just keep pushing. You'll be fine. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I can cash out Destiny some money. No, she don't have a car right now. Aaron's at work. My feet hurt. Ooh, I'm gonna call DoorDash. I'm so old, I'm gonna call DoorDash. But I was thinking, if I buy them with the Walmart app and send like DoorDashers to get them, will they bring them to work? I'm sure they will, but how long will that take? Will I be dead by then? I mean, I was contemplating on all sorts of ways to get them. I took my insoles out of my shoes and tried to stand there without the insoles. Nope, that's murder too, because it turns out the bottom of the shoes are just hard and rounded. Alright, what doesn't make any sense is I have that exact same pair in a different color. The same shoes, same design, same style. Different little patty in the center, in the... It's like, oh no. I found out why my feet are so fat. Alright, so I've always kind of wondered, why the hell are my feet fat? My son calls them flipper feet because they're really wide at the top. I was watching a thing. Sorry. I was watching a thing the other day explaining, then explained weird stuff and all that. If you have fat feet or wide feet, it might be because you don't wear shoes. See, shoes kind of keep your feet conformed. They keep them from spreading out. But going barefoot, your feet just get as wide as they need to get, as wide as they can go, because there's nothing there restricting them from doing that. I was like, wow, is that what happened to my ass? Probably. If I'd always just wore really, really tight pants and no matter how tight they got, just kept pushing them on, maybe I could have gained so much weight. I don't know. It's kind of like wearing a corset where you can get that little tiny body because you're wearing something to compress it and to keep it in. Never really thought about that before. Now that makes sense as to why I hate shoes. I never wore them, therefore they don't fit right. I hate them. And yes, I've tried the wide shoes. The ones I got now are 9.5 wides. And some of them are actually 10s. They're just a little bit too long, but they're wide enough. You know what I mean? But then that little steel part just barely touches my toe. It doesn't actually hurt, but it rubs it all day enough to put that callus there. And I've learned you don't cut off a callus if you're still using that body part for that same reason. Because that just means it's got to rub again and put another callus there. Just leave the damn thing alone. Okay? Just leave it alone. Unless you're going somewhere for a foot rub, just leave the callus alone. Because that sucker's got to come back. I didn't know these things. I know them now. I'm getting old. Anyway. So, my little, I want to give her a benefactor. The woman who is funding currently her name is Linda. Very sweet woman. She's decided to challenge me with money. She's bribing me to lose weight, and I like it. I'm like everybody else. I like money. I don't know what to tell you. There's extra stuff I need to buy, and I'm broke right now because everything's getting fixed and worked on and done and replaced, and we doing a lot of work with the money we earn, and hubby's also working overtime to do extra work. So it would be nice to have a little spending cash for whatever the heck I see and want, you know? So I thought it was kind of cool. I like her idea. And she decided to up the ante a little bit. And I tried really hard, I want you to know. But my work weekends, I just ain't gonna lose much weight. That just, I'm surprised if it's a pound. If I lose a pound, I'm like, huh? On a work weekend? Amazing. But rarely does that happen. I just fluctuate in that same little area. It might go up, it might go down. As long as I don't do nothing dumb, it stays kind of in that little area. But I'm not gonna drop, okay? no matter what I do. But my work weekend was great. So actually we did, there was one thing that was a little sketchy on Saturday night, and I'll tell you about that. I recorded some of my foods, but pretty much what I ate was over and over. All 3 days for lunch, I had a Taco Bell Power Bowl with no beans, rice, or sour cream. Sour cream affects me. It might not affect all of you on keto, but it affects me. I've always had issues with creams and milks and stuff like that. So it's an inflammatory response. So either way, sour cream affects me. So I kept all that stuff out all 3 days for lunch. I got that because my husband really likes that. He loves Taco Bell. There's a lot of stuff he can get. Plus, they're very fast for lunch in our area. Everything else, you're going to be there in that line for at least 30 minutes. And then you ain't got but a few minutes to eat. So, no. But anyway, all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For dinner after we got off work on both Saturday and Sunday night, I had a Dave's triple with no bun. On Saturday night, this is the one thing that can be a little sketchy. He wanted pizza, so I ordered pizza from Domino's. Now, I know that their wings sometimes are very carby. They used to work sometimes for me and sometimes not. But I got a different ones. I noticed they had some Parmesan Ranch, I think it was, wings. So I got those. And I fluctuated a minute amount. Not enough to even, it clearly didn't affect me too much. Went up just a little bitty hair. And then today, wait, that can't be right. Oh, yeah, that's Friday. Okay, wait, Saturday. I went down. No, wait, Friday night, Sunday. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my totals here. We'll get into that in just a minute. So I'm not sure how they affect me. It's really, really hard to tell on work nights as long as I don't shoot up. It's usually nothing amazingly huge. But also, I'm working so hard. I'm burning off a lot of carbs, but not necessarily fat, which is crazy. Of course, I eat. Oh, yeah, and all 3 days, I took snacks with me. On both Friday and Saturday, I took pepperonis. Saturday, while I was chewing a pepperoni, I suddenly got this I can't eat no more pepperonis. And I spit it out. And I didn't take them with me Sunday. But I took pickles and pork skins all 3 days because the work day is so long, so tiring, and I'm hungry. And my kid works there too, for those of you who don't know. Mom, you got any pickles? Hey, Mom, you got any snacks? Hey, Mom, you got some drink? I love this kid so much. And I actually like that he says those things. But at the same time, I'm like, let's start packing you a lunch. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I've had a lack of sleep this week. It's just ridiculous. Last night I did make up for some of it, but I did have to get up today. I had some things to do. Plus I had that doctor's appointment. And yeah, so honestly, all in all, it went great. And I've been pushing really, really hard. Because like I said, Miss Linda upped the ante. If I hit 169, I think, she said she was going to do $100. I'm so damn close. So close. If I don't hit it tomorrow, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to tell you. Because today, and I'll tell you about this more tomorrow, I fasted for... That cat's going to whoop your ass in a minute. Go ahead. Keep messing with her. Sorry, honey bear. Decided to run the cat away from the food bowl. But anyway, I tried so hard. I fasted for 23 hours today, okay? I checked my ketones. You saw that earlier. And I was very happy with the ketones. 0.5. Mine's usually not that damn high, no matter what I eat. So, I'll take it. That is nutritional ketosis, and I will take it all day long, okay? Mine's usually 0.3. I was a little concerned about the coffee, but as far as my ketone readings went, and again, fasting can up your blood glucose a little bit, so that could be perfectly natural too. Nothing to worry about or freak out about. I tried. So let me go ahead and show you the little meal choices, the weigh-ins, and then we'll do the whiteboard. Good Sunday morning, you guys. It's 170.4. Lunch, work time, first thing I'm eating today. No, actually for breakfast I had 2 Better with Cheddars. Alright, I've got a bell bowl, no beans, beef, no beans, sour cream or rice, extra chicken. I almost forgot to show you guys Dave's triple, no bun on the way home from work. I just still a little hungry, having ham, cheese, lettuce, mayonnaise roll-ups, a Clausen's pickle. I had pickles, pepperonis, and pork skins. with me for lunch today, or for breaks. Alright, so I'm hell-bent and determined to see that 169 tomorrow. Determined, I tell you. But today is Monday morning, 170.8. Da, 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 da. I don't know why. Alright, keto August 29th, 2022. 5 years, 32 days. And I did this part a little bit differently because I wanted to highlight the weekend so you can see my fluctuations and how it works. And I'm going to do this. I want to do this more on Mondays because you can see how the weekend really flowed. All right, so last Friday morning, I started out at 171. Dropped down to 176 on Saturday. Sunday, 170.4. This morning, 170.8. Now, again, there was a lack of sleep. I think we're talking 4 hours, 5 hours, 2.5 hours. Last night I actually got pretty good sleep. So I don't know if that means that something affected me or that my feet swelled greatly from being so miserably uncomfortable. In fact, I was thinking if I looked down and looked at my feet, it would look like varicose veins forming as I wore them. It felt like there was stuff just, I can't even tell you. It felt like it was just going from my feet all the way up to my shins and my calves. My knees hurt last night. I couldn't hardly walk. I really hurt. So I'm wondering that, I put on quite a bit of fluid in my legs and feet last night and then got good sleep, and I was able to get rid of that fluid in my legs and feet. I think that might be what happened because I certainly didn't do anything wrong food-wise, or at least I don't feel like I did, and then my ketones showed that I did not. So that is excellent, right? So I mean, I'm pushing hard. Okay, I seen some earrings that look like it's fake turquoise, but I want them because they're pretty and they're not that expensive. I think either they're stainless steel or sterling. There's a lot of stuff I want that I can't really use the work money for because we work hard to fix things right now. Got a lot of stuff we got to get fixed. You know what I mean? And to do in the bathroom. Somebody asked about the bathroom update. I did do a video on that. It is done all but the trim work and the ceiling, which aren't very big issues, not going to cause any kind of structural problems or cold air problems or anything like that. Everything is sealed, but we're waiting until we get our Lowe's credit card paid up just a little bit. That way, we have more money on the Lowe's card. Plus, that saves us a little bit of money because you get a discount using your Lowe's credit card. So that's what we're just, saving up a little bit through that first. And then we also got to do our front porch because that sucker's going to fall in. And then the kitchen, there's a lot. It's at least every single room is not untouched and must be redone. There's more to do like in the kitchen than anywhere else right now. Well, the ceiling, we'll have to replace the entire outside roof probably at some point. Lots to do, but the porch is becoming a risk factor. There's a whole chunk missing out of one little area, and I was like, how the hell did that happen? But that's I don't want it to be a hazard, so we got to work on that one very, very soon. And again, we're also planning a 25th wedding anniversary trip. Can't wait for that. So yeah. I mean, this is an incentive. I know it shouldn't be an incentive, but it is. I like money. Yeah, you can pay me to lose weight, please. Does that sound wrong? Yeah, it's wrong. But if it works, it works. So, I mean, I'm striving, okay? Because I want those earrings. They're gorgeous. And I love that color, as you can tell. All right. So, if you need help with your ketogenic journey, my contact information is below. What would incentivize and motivate you to lose weight? I'm just wondering. Other than like health issues and health concerns, because we all have those, but just what would cause you to say, okay, I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push really hard, because $1,500 will do it for me. Oh yeah. Look how hard I work on the weekends for my money. Damn right. I don't know. It's a good motivator. But what would really motivate you in to get going, to keep moving, other than health issues? Because we all have family we love and want to be there for. We all have health concerns we want to get rid of, physicality things that we need to improve. But what other than those kind of things? What would motivate you? What is a push for you? What pushes you anyway? It might be family and friends and and health risk, but what is your push? What is that thing that makes you push hard? Because when I first started keto, it was life or death. And I knew exactly that I would not be here today if I hadn't done something, because I couldn't hardly breathe and I couldn't hardly move. And I was at so much risk for heart attack and just instant death. I just was. I was very, very sick. So what was your push? What is your push? What is your motivation? What are you looking for out of life right now? Because something came to me the other day, and I'm going to make a whole video on it. But I want to get it together, because it was prolific. It was mind-boggling. And it literally came to me in a weird kind of way. So I will explain that in its own video. But it's important, I think. And I think it's true. It resonated. It sung to me. And I was like, facts. So we will share, I will share that soon with you guys. All right. Like, subscribe, share, and ring the bell. Check the little things down in the description below. You guys, I haven't gotten a card or letter in a long time. There's a P.O. box down there. I got to pay money for that. So, write a letter, send a card, say hi, send pictures. I'll show them off here if you want me to. It's down there. There's wish list and everything else. There's ways to support the channel. And it's pretty cool. So do it if you want to. You don't have to. There's some things you can get that if you want, like the Keto Mojo for 15% off, get you one. Get you one. Ooh, I know what I'm going to do with some of that money. I want some performance nut butter. I haven't had that in a long time, and I love it. Those would be really, really great work snacks. Oh, I can't put them in the freezer. We have a freezer. We have a freezer at work. And I'll have to chop somebody's fingers off to get into it, but that's what I'm going to do. That's part of what I'm going to do. Yes, it is. I hope they still make it. It's been a while since I had any. I love those things. I forgot all about them until just now. Gosh. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow, y'all. Much love. Many prayers. Don't get no trouble. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Which ain't a hell of a lot, but